Project Manager. This specific agenda item is regarding the Octagon Field project. We had discussed this in the ops meeting as well. The Octagon Field project and the Octagon Sports Field, as you know, is highly favorable and loved field that gets used a lot. So in order to renovate the Octagon Field and the conversation, we had procured Abel Bainson and Butts as the architect. Their scope including new turf fields, surrounding fixtures, facilities, lighting, etc. In their scope, ABB evaluated the existing field and also created the request for proposal documents for construction. We went out with an RFP, which is request for proposal for construction, on February 7th, 2019, looking for construction firms that would bid on the comfort station, field, and the whole project. These bids were due on March 1, 2019. Unfortunately, we did not receive any bids in that due date and the timeline. However, we did receive a late bid, but that bid was disqualified based on its lateness and incompleteness. Since no bids were received, and the field is quite popular and is in need of the community, RIOC seeks to move forward with just a field renovation project. So to clarify, this project will be a field renovation, but there will be a concurrent RFP that will go out for the rest of the project. So we're still looking at doing the overall project, but this will now be into two phases.
Will the balance of the project impact possible field usage?
It will not.
We were always going forward with one project, and we're going to open the field first while the rest of the project continued. So in this case, we will be going forward with a new turf field, and we're going out with a new RFP. Mr. O'Reilly has promised me it'll go out within a week to do the rest of the project. The company that's we're seeking your approval on today, Landtech, was actually involved in the walkthrough originally. They were going to be the subcontractor of one of the general contractors that was going to bid, and was kind of disappointed to learn that the contractor that they expected to be doing the work with did not bid. So they were very enthusiastic about doing the work for us within the price that originally they were going to charge the general contractor. So what we're asking you today is to, both with respect to, well, because we got no bids, because there are safety issues, frankly, with the field right now. People have jumped over the fence, they can get hurt. And the community really is anxious to get this project done. They need this field. And for those reasons, we didn't want to have to go out with another RFP since we got no bids, and are asking you to allow us to go forward with a company that was well aware of this project, understood the project, was actually involved in the RFP.
The specific type of turf that Landtech is approved to install was pre-selected. In the RFP documents, we have selected a couple of pre-selected types of field turfs, and Landtech is actually a.
So you basically have sort of, since you didn't get a bid for the full work, you're basically breaking up the RFP into two parts.
Yes.
This is what they're doing now would have been covered as part of the original RFP.
That's correct.
But not the whole thing.
That's correct. Yep.
Okay.
One of the issues that existed was drainage.
Yes.
And it's been addressed.
Yes, so part of the evaluation phase, the architects did a permeability study, which is quite standard when you do a field design. And that study showed that the existing drainage is adequate. And this is after the existing drains were cleaned. So there was a drain cleaning that was done, and after that they did a permeability study and it found that the existing conditions are in great condition.
Now, do we have a sense, I mean, since you didn't get a bid, do we have a sense why we didn't get a bid?
We did, so we have heard from multiple contractors that the issue was the field and the comfort station being part of one project, because comfort station is more of a renovation project, so top bidder would never, top construction firm would not bid on that kind of project. So it'd be a mid-level construction firm. For them to then go ahead and find a field guy, plus a landscape guy, and also try and meet all the MWB and STVOB goals was a challenge. The other issue for them was the schedule. We had an aggressive schedule of early fall of 2019 for opening the field and the overall project. That was the other concern.
So by separating out the project into two elements, we could possibly have one completed well before the other is completed.
That's correct.
Okay. I happened to look back at the last field renovation, which was about 9 years ago, and in that case also, the field itself is broken out from an overall project, and the pricing for that field, which has failed, was about just under 1.6, I think. It's not really a comparison, but still.
Right. And we have actually compared this estimate with a pre-bid estimate that the architects created based on New York City park standards unit prices, and it's right within the range.
I'm anxious to know if we vote this proposal forward today, then what kind of schedule are we looking at in terms of when the field itself will be available?
Field will be available a lot earlier than early fall of 2019, but once we have these guys on board, they'll be able to give us a schedule that then we can hold them up to. Right now, they can tell us the best schedule, but that's because they're also trying to get the project. So, but it'll be available a lot earlier.
But we're gonna give them the project based on them meeting our schedule.
That's correct.
I'll make the motion.
Second.
Mr. Vallejo?
Aye.
Mr. Kraft?